If you want to know more about this function called read.spss, you can do a question mark, read.spss, and that would give you a detailed explanation, right? It will give you a detailed explanation about the function. Each and every attribute is clearly explained here, alongside providing you with a good example. Okay. Now, what if you have SAS files? SPSS files is fine, read.spss. What if you have SAS files? How are you going to deal with that? Right. If you install this package, SAS7BD80, that is the extension. That is the extension of your SAS files. And if you run this library of, right, within this particular package, you have inbuilt SAS files, and here is the extension of that. If you run this, you see there the SAS file. Yeah, this is how you have the SAS file basically. So these are the various ways of looking into how to read the various statistical tool files into R. And the function to read SAS files is read.sas7bd80 because that's the extension of the file. And then within the brackets you can provide the file name and job done. Alright. So we can also save this script that we have written and share it with the fellow users, fellow participants, fellow employees, etc. In order to save this, all you need to do is click on this. Right, press this icon, save. You can either save only one window here, only one script window, or you can save all the script windows. Or you can go to File, Save As, and then you can provide the name of this particular R code, and then you can share it with the various participants. Fine. Now, if you want to connect to ODBC data sources, right? If you want to connect to ODBC various sources, ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. Open Database Connectivity, all right. So let me use library of this. I think I've already installed this. No, my bad. So I need to install that. All right, let it install. And remember, when it comes to library of your function or package name, you can either place that in double quotes, or you might not want to place that. That's left up to you. Right, either you can run it in this way, or you don't want to run that. Yeah, so let me run this. There we go. Now, what are the various data sources that you can access when you have this ODBC driver installed? Excel files, that is needless to say. You can also use XLSX package to do that. You can connect to Microsoft Access databases, and you can connect to Microsoft Visio database samples, so on and so forth. MDB stands for Microsoft Database. .ACCDB stands for Access Database. Yeah. And here we have ODBC Connect Access, etc. I'm assuming that I have this a.mdb available. Let me run this. If not, we'll connect to some other database. Yeah. So look at this error. ODBC Connect Access is only usable with 32-bit Windows. I have 64-bit Windows. Right? So if you have 32-bit Windows, you can pretty well connect to those data sources also. Okay, hence these will not make sense. All right. Now there is a package called base package. If you install that, you'll be able to read the lines from probably xlr.com, the home page, and you can save that to the web page data. This is the object, right? So let me try this read lines. This is extremely useful when you're trying to do web scraping, web crawling, etc. When you try to extract the data from any of the websites, probably you can make use of this. So if I call this object, which is web underscore page underscore data, I can either do this or, I can just select this part of the code and run it. Either way it works. Why is it not giving? I'm just waiting for it. Yep. So it's giving you the results. Let us hold on. It's taking some time. Oh, it is taking more time than intended. This red icon here says that it's fetching the information now. If I press on that, it's going to stop the operation, but that is not our intention, so let us hold on while the data is pulled from xlr.com. And while that happens, get URL, you're trying to get the data from this URL. That is also the same. For that, you need this package called rcurl. Yep, it's taking some more time. So I've aborted the operation because it's taking a lot of time to extract the lines from xlr.com. Yeah, there is another package called rcurl. If you install that, you can once again extract the data from xlr.com, right? We can also try this. Let us see how much time this takes. This should be fairly short time. Yeah. It says that SSL certificate problem, unable to get local issuer certificate. There is some problem with the security certificates there, so otherwise you will be able to get the information once again. And if you use browse URL, you'll be able to open that particular URL directly. These are all useful functions when you are dealing with web scraping, web extraction, so on and so forth. If you want to know on what are the packages which are installed on your machine currently, you can do library, open and close the braces. You get the list of all the packages which are installed on your machine currently. It gives the path c:/users my location here. If you want to read Excel packages, you need to install XLSX package, and then you need to invoke it using this. So we do not have a package here, so let me install XLSX package. Once you install this package, you can go back and check whether XLSX is appearing here or not. So it's still getting installed. You need to be connected to internet, and look at this. It is also trying to install a dependency package there. So by default, the dependency packages would get installed. Yeah, job done. There we go. So here you see these two packages. If I want to load this, I can just say library of XLSX. The beauty is it is going to enable even the dependency package here. If you notice here, it has enabled the dependency package along with the main package. And also our Java package got checked through this, right? And you have clone. Probably that's an object which is masked, but all right. So these are the packages which get loaded along with this. Now let me uncheck these two. You can either use library of XLSX or you can use require. Even when you run this function, there's a check mark placed here. So these two more or less does the same job, these two functions. If you want to have or know more about this package, then you can use this function called library of help equal to XLSX. And if you run this, you get to see that there is some vignette available, some help available for this package. Right. And if you do vignette, do we have a vignette for this package? That's nothing but a written description, vignette. Yes, it says we have a vignette for XLSX. We have the information on how to read from XLSX files, how to write to XLSX files, how to format Excel 2007 files, so on and so forth. Right? And if you do browse vignettes, package XLSX, there we go. It's going to show you that URL. Here you can just say you want to open a PDF document and you can just go through. You'll have the information who has actually developed this, when was it last compiled, right? And high-level API, low-level API, you know, you can look into the code, etc., and try to get additional insights basically. Okay. Now let me stop this. Back to R. The function vignette, open and close the braces, would tell you for how many packages you have this kind of help available. So if you just do vignette, open and close the braces, for association rules we have, for association rules visualization you have, for card package you have, for caret you have, so on and so forth. And you can also open this entire stuff on a URL using this function, and you can open from here the PDF document or the source or the R code and try to make sense out of that. And if you already have a lot of objects here, which we had to abort RStudio, hence we have started a new session, right? Otherwise there were a lot of objects which we have created. If you want to remove all those objects at one go, you need to use this function, remove list equal to ls. So in the subsequent sections we'll create a lot of objects, so we'll come back to this function and try to remove those.